already. What do you think about the game tonight?
Oh, I loved it. Great atmosphere. Two top teams going at each other. So, I mean, we had them at first by a big, and then, they fought back just like we thought they would. Because, if we were in that situation, we'd do the same thing. So, it came down to a great battle and great war outside with two good teams in the SEC.
What did you think of the way you guys started out offensively?
Yeah, we started out on fire. I mean, obviously, it wasn't perfect, but as close as I think we could be. And, we kind of just slowed down. I don't think we got complacent, but, they kind of started pushing back. I don't know. I think we were ready for it, but, had some issues going on. So, that's just something we got to keep working at.
How confident were you during the week to show something to them that they hadn't seen yet?
Yeah, definitely. We as a team, we had a great week of practice. I had a couple more ball opportunities than I did when I usually do at practice, so that was awesome. So I was expecting, I get a few more touches than I usually do. Jalen was on his stuff today. He put it where it needed. Obviously, the interception one, that was on me. I got to catch that ball, and yeah, I mean, it was great. We had a great week of practice. So I mean, coming out how we did, 28-0 or 21-0, whatever it went up to before they scored. I mean, I was kind of expecting what we wanted to do.
With Jalen, how have you seen him kind of ramp up to this moment? Because Coach Dippre talked about how he didn't have a lot of opportunities in the first 3 games, but in this one, you said he had a kind of almost perfect start.
Yeah, definitely. He played great. I thought it was very much flawless. Now that we get the iPads on the sideline, you go through and it's like, damn, he's doing what he's doing. He's making the plays, which he's always been able to do and he always has done. Obviously there's weeks where we scout teams and they do something totally different. Everyone wants to knock off the top dog, which is us. So, it's kind of just being prepared for the moment your opportunity will come.
What was it like to be more involved in the passing game tonight?
Oh, it was awesome. I definitely felt like, I impacted the game more, which was awesome. So, we got the great win. So, I feel like I contributed more than I did when I sometimes don't get the ball. But, I mean, when it comes down to it, I love the game. So whatever the coaches ask for me, I'm going to do it. So.
What was the message in the huddle after Georgia takes the late lead?
It's just like, we got one more round. We got to go out, punch somebody in the face. That's kind of what it is. It's a war out there. I mean, you're going to have blood on you. Just hope it's not yours. That's kind of the motto we're going for. Just attack.
What was your perspective of Ryan's touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, the kid is basically it's like a simulation watching him play. He is great. I mean, he can take. If he had problems, he could take my NIL money. I'll give it to him. He can have all mine. Not that that is a player right there. That is a player. I've never seen someone as good as him, especially this young. I can't imagine what he's going to do in a few years.
How about Coach Dippre talked about fighting to the end? Was this the ultimate fight to the end?
Yeah, it was definitely an ultimate fight to the end. I mean, obviously, there's no false in telling that we didn't want it that way. We took a huge lead in the beginning of the game, so we wish we could just kept pounding. But when it comes down to it, we did go down, and when opportunity met preparation, we got there and we did what we had to do.
Do you think? Why did that down to earth, do you think? Is it just human nature to maybe?
Not human nature, but obviously you go into halftime. We were up 2 scores, I'm pretty sure, and they're going to say everything they could to get their team ready to come back. Where we're like, we got to keep doing what we're doing. It's hard to keep doing what you're doing when they're going to go at a different perspective. So they were doing a couple different things in the second half where we just it took a little longer for us to pick it up and wanted to do what we needed to do.
When you guys have 2 freshmen who show the resolve and really were 2 catalysts for the resolve you guys needed, I mean, what is that like?
I mean, it's awesome. It's just showing that it's tradition and it's going to keep going. I mean, these 2 freshmen, I'm sure you're talking about Ryan and Zabian. Both were number 2. Both had huge plays of the game. Zabian closing out on an interception. Ryan had a huge touchdown to take us back on the lead, and it just shows this is what we do. This is what we're going to do for years to come.
Describe the reaction in the locker room afterwards.
I mean, it was awesome. I was in some joy tears. I'm a pretty emotional man, so you see stuff like this, and you're blessed to be a part of something like this. You're blessed to be a part of a program and games like this, because people all around the country, no matter what kind of coach, what kind of player they're dreaming of playing in this game, we were able to come out on top.
As an offensive player, what was your perspective of Georgia coming down the last drive?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You see it. There were some big plays, and honestly, the drive they went where we scored, I didn't even see it. I went to the 10. I had to pee in a bag, but I was stressing. But I wasn't able to see it. I came back out, but I'm sure I will watch it.
Do you think this result sends any kind of message, any kind of statement? If so, what does it say?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it says, we're the top team in the country. I mean, this is the biggest game so far to happen this season. We came out on top, especially. I mean, the scoreboard doesn't say it all. You know, you look, we went up 28. It was 28-0, 28-7, whatever it was. I mean, against a very good team. Georgia is a very good team. You know, I think we just went out there and did what we had to do and show that we could do it.
Do you wish?
Kalen talked about this team playing with edge. Was that something, the whole underdog factor that played into your week at all?
You know, I don't think anyone took it that we were an underdog. I mean, you know, you get into that stuff, who's an underdog, what people, the sports, whatever, and it's kind of just, we don't see it that way. You know, we know what we had to do. You know, we obviously are always going to think we're number one because that's what we truly think we are. So, I mean, it's never an underdog factor. It's just, you know, proving the people wrong that thought we were an underdog.
Texas is number